Visions from on high. I can see it when I close my eyes. It's Amatsu telling me that Dokkan has moved on from Festival of Battles. And if you don't know what I mean, I had just finished watching the Truth showcase of not this unit, but this unit in the Festival of Battles. And let me just say, when I saw him take out this Vegeta, and let me go ahead and flip that over for you. When I saw him take out this Vegeta and the active skill did like a billion, like literally like a billion damage to Gogeta, which then led to that phase ending and Vegito and friends just winning the fight by one turning Vegito. It's raps. It's raps. Yeah, it's raps. It's raps. It's raps. There's only so long that Dokkan power creep can sort of sustain, and the thing I find most impressive about a character like Goku Black and a character like Goku Blue here is that they manage to do what a lot of very powerful characters do, because they're essentially Beast Gohan. And if you don't know what I mean by that, it's that I always say that characters like this, characters like Beast Gohan, characters that are just, they do the most damage, and I mean they don't technically do more damage than like a Vegito turn, but they do the most damage, quotation marks, and they are the tankiest. It's hard to beat. Try as you may, you can make it about anything. And once we start simply talking being essentially unkillable, you know, canceling, dodge canceling, doing all of the damage. I mean, you can use both of these units at 0 dupes, and they are a bomb. They do so much damage at 0 dupes. These might be some of the most worthwhile units to just get one copy of. And remember, people tried to convince you when they saw the stream that they looked underwhelming. They are wrong. They are wrong. They are wrong. They are wrong. The dust has settled and it's crazy. So, well, what does that mean? Well, it means the game has moved forward. And something like Festival of Battles, which has hung over the head of Dokkan, its shadow, basically informing how we feel about a lot of characters. Even though I didn't rate it super highly, I still did rate it, right? Because even if I think an event is boring, quote unquote, or, you know, unfun, or, you know, kind of just like a waste of time, it still existed. It was still something that was being at least monitored, right? And we're finally at the point where a character like this card's Vegeta unit, this character can, you know, tank Gogeta's normals, which are 10 million damage normals. If he tanks those, and he does all of the damage, and he's supporting, and so he has no problem, he doesn't need to stack defense, mind you, these aren't characters that stack defense, then what are we talking about, right? It means that the Festival of Battles hype has essentially gone away. I also saw Minato post a clip wherein he got a big, chunky, one-turned, just instantly killed the Glorio side of the Glorio and Daima Goku phase, which is insane. Everyone knows how strong that phase is. Everyone knows that was essentially the bar for whether you could win the fight or not. For this to just completely eradicate it is unreal. We're there. You know, we're there. 1 and 2 respectively. I don't care who you put in 1 and 2. It doesn't matter. 1 and 2 respectively though. The age of Vegito is over, though Vegito is incredibly strong still. Let's not act ridiculous. However, they do struggle to some degree in this fight. Not, you know, just outright blown up, but I remember taking him into this fight, and I took him in there day 1 of the patch, or I guess the content cycle, day 1 of the download, and I saw Goku get hit, and I went, oh shit. That's not usually what happens. And it got me thinking, what is Dokkan doing going forward? Because Dokkan has to move. It can't stay still. Dokkan's going to add 2 more stages here for part 2 probably, and we're going to have to look towards the future. And future is a funny word, because in this case we know what's coming in the future. It's this Omega Shenron, And one of the other characters that I suppose we know is coming sort of naturally because of GT, or I guess the effects of GT. Hey, look at that, 4 links right there. And I guess full power would be an easy way to get to this. One of the characters we know is probably coming is a GT Heroes character. Hey, it might be a Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. But because I like having a little fun, I like theorizing and prophesizing, and I was right about Goku Black and Vegeta, I thought, hey, what if it's not Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta? Wouldn't that be crazy? This is so obviously a tag character that can use an active skill, but what if it's not? We don't really know what they're going to do with Shenron. My guess is they're going to keep to the theme, and what they're going to do is make this like the Sin Dragons or something, who tag, and then they like fuse into this. So it's Sin Shenron and the Dragons who tag and then do their active skill, quote unquote, and they do the minus energy Powerball, right? Sounds good. You know, we know Shenron is on the card, so he has to be there. So it might be him and the Shadow Dragons, it might not be. You know, who knows what they decide to do. But breakthrough to the future was what they said. And do you guys know, it's not really the 4s that represent the future, do they? So what if, and follow me here, we got something that's a little more relevant in terms of future. We know we're getting the Int Vegeta and Trunks. We know we're getting the Int Fused Zamasu. Do you see anything else here that looks interesting? That's right. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, what if we get a double villain part 2? Guys, don't blame me. So what I'm thinking is Power of Wishes or Tanabata. Power of Wishes 11th anniversary EZAs come to effect, and these characters right here become the 2023 characters, which means we get the bomb duos and we get whatever Power of Wishes they want to drop after that. Power of Wishes will probably be the category that Daima Super Saiyan 4 Adult Goku is on. It makes the most sense. They literally wish him back to adulthood. If they want to save that for the 11th anniversary, let's just say, let's play pretend they want to save that for the 11th anniversary. What if? What if? Don't kill me. But what if the actual part 2 is hiding in front of us and it's not a Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta? What if we get Android 17 and Hellfighter 17 tag unit who active skill... Is this working? Who active skill into Super 17. Did you know that nobody can beat him when he's Super 17, by the way? Just imagine the cinema. This animation is fine, but obviously it is old. You can tell. You know, this animation is fine, but it is old. There are some good shots, but it's not what it could be. I do think a lot of its animations are pretty good, like it's a super attacks, and obviously it needs an easy A. If it doesn't easy A alongside a Super 17, you know, Super 17 quote unquote tag 17, I do think we'll still get like this character's easy A for part 2, because the easy A's don't look great. They don't look great. Daima needs something. Daima essentially needs an anniversary where they can just easy A anything, because its easy A's don't look very good. If they did Power Wishes, they could do other characters like around here, right? The thing is, people are suspecting that Tanabata is going to be a Namek Saga, or like Namek Saga quote unquote, or like a Wicked Bloodlines versus Goku Saga. That'd be pretty good. We have all the easy A's in the world for that. So what if for now we tided over expectations and got ourselves a genuine tag 17 who active skills into Super 17? The only other thing I have to support this as like an interesting tidbit is breakthrough to the future, right? That their future saga. Though it does leave obviously the issue of not having a character, a Goku and Vegeta character who break through. I just think it's interesting that we're sort of sitting on this easy A and without like any sort of interesting thing to come of it. If it doesn't come now, do expect this easy A in 2023, I think. Expect this easy A alongside a Super 17 standalone unit, because this unit could easy A, this unit could easily A, and we could get a Super 17 on the other rotation. And if you're like, well, this character's not hype enough, don't forget that Legends released a bomb Super 17 who was insanely strong and incredibly well represented, who did very well in the game. And I always say it, Legends and Dokkan love each other. They hug it out. If you don't like pay attention to the schedules, Legends and Dokkan tend to stagger their releases for each other. That way they each have time to sort of, you know, flourish. They love each other. They do it to hype up. So yeah, don't be surprised if this thing that we think is like guaranteed ends up being some kind of like weird GT bosses part 2. And I do say this is like a 10%, like not even 10%, like a 2% possibility. I don't think this is super possible. I was just sort of kicking around like, what do the EZAs look like? Because EZAs do tell us a lot. And my idea of like part 2 essentially just being int Gogeta 4 looks kind of odd, right? It does look a bit empty. I guess they could again do the Super 17 still for like a GT boss's leader skill. Obviously this character is going to be the DFE since they swap each time. So this is going to be a DFE, and maybe he'll have GT bosses and something else. Maybe he'll have GT bosses and I don't know, Battle of Fate, Aqua Pump comeback, transformation boost, you know, whatever. So we'll definitely see, but I do kind of find it funny that the EZAs don't look great, and there is such a big glaring thing they could do, a very funny thing they could do going into the part 2. So there's my harebrained theory. There's my completely like, don't take this as serious theory, don't take this as like gospel, don't take this as anything more than me being like, wouldn't it kind of be hilarious if we spent all this time going, oh my god, it's going to be Shenron and the 4s, and we end up somehow with another gut punch Super 17. Like, doesn't this guy always just show up in Dokkan when you least expect it? So yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Like, if you liked the video, subscribe to the club, we'll go make it, and peace.